How you guys doing? It's Josh here with Ohio Fish Rescue. Now today we've got something a little bit different for you guys. We picked up a new little critter, and he's come to live at the rescue. Not going to show you exactly what he is yet, but I am going to show you how we're going to build his new cage. Alright guys, so over here we have a 75-gallon tank, just an empty glass tank. And up here we have what they call Water's Edge, a Viquarium setup. Now this is so you can have half land, half water. You've got your corner overflow waterfall. It pumps up to the top, trickles down the face, and it runs across. Let me put this aside. Runs across this whole plate, as in like a river system across here. Then it dumps out into the water. And he's going to set that up for you. So yeah, you get this set up on its brackets and whatnot, and it looks like a neat little land river type setup up here. So you guys come over to the tank. Yeah, we've got two of them. My dad's been collecting these things for about 10 years. We're finally starting to put them to use. As you guys can see, they're usually made for like a 20-gallon. He cut one in half, and he made it to where it fits a 75. Or 125 or 150. And he made the extensions on this one, so it comes in the back corner, touches almost on the front, and it's sandwiched right in between here.
Show them the filters in that where it draws water through.
Don't even have to sit there cook on it, but right here, you fill all this area in with gravel, and then it sucks the water in through this front face here, and it goes through these ZooMed cartridge filters and sort of filters your water. So it gets sucked through the gravel. Now dual purpose, the gravel becomes a filter media as well, biological and mechanical, and it gets sucked over to this corner, pumped up, and it goes back into the tank. So this whole left side will be water, the right side will be land with the river through. You can put your sun basking light over here. Wait a minute, don't want to get too far. You guys don't know what's coming in here yet.
But also on the left side there, if you set this up as a fish tank / turtles, or I'm sorry, frogs and stuff, you can have all moss on top of the rocks up there, and then the fish swimming over here, and it's a nice little ecosystem, biotope. Some people would use it for salamanders. You could have your axolotls on this side, and then you can have things up top over there. It's a great, neat little thing that I've always wanted to set up.
So now I'm going to go ahead and get some more there's work done in here. I got to go out and get some gravel so I can make the land side, and we'll take you along for the adventure. Alright guys, so as you can see, we still got this pile of pea gravel left over from turning the pool into a recreation pond. So this is exactly the pea gravel I'm going to use to make land on one side. It's going to look more natural to give it that whole river-esque theme type vibe. Alright guys, so I know that this stuff is super dirty, so we're pre-rinsing the gravel. Luckily we're doing water changes right now, so we're using fish water to go ahead and wash this gravel so it's not as dirty when we put it in the tank. Alright guys, this is 2 whole complete gravel, or buckets of gravel. Gravels are buckets, listen to me. Well, my dad came in here, he siliconed this front panel together so no water can get through there. And that should be all watertight to where it pulls the water in these 2 front panels. I say maybe another 1.5 buckets here, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some in here just so it doesn't look so ugly. And then we can start hooking up the filtration to it. And maybe, just maybe, you guys might find out what's going in here. Alright guys, so here's my system. While I'm inside, I have the hose water from the fish tank washing my gravel. I stick it in the bucket, and then it's reverse flowing out through the gravel, pushing all my dirt out. I do this a couple times until the water comes out clean, just so we can get as much clean gravel in this tank as possible so the filters don't have to filter all this nasty mud out. This has been sitting outside now since March, That's 7 months. That's a lot of dirt collecting in here.
Now, this was the pile left over from the pool.
That's what I told him.
So, wait, didn't we just do the pond out front in March? The pool was before that.
The pool was in March, the pond out front was after.
Okay, so this is 7 months old.
Yeah. This is bucket number 3. Still not going to be enough, so we might even need 4 buckets in here instead of 3.5. Might even need 4.5 on this side. It's a lot of gravel. Alright guys, so after all that rinsing all the gravel, you can see we still got mud in the tank. But looking through here, you can see there's a nice level field of gravel holding up the river because there is no center supports on there. It's held up by gravel. But essentially what you're going to see in this tank is it's going to come down that waterfall. It's going to shoot off this edge here. And then come around, circle around, sucked in through the gravel. And it's rinse and repeat at that point. But right now we're A, filling the tank, and B, we are taking this hose out, sucking out all the dirty, nasty water that we possibly can. And we're going to try and get this as clear as possible before our fish is done, or our fish tank is done draining. So we'll see what happens here. We might have to let this filter for a while before we can put fish in, reptiles, turtles, well, whatever it might be. You guys still don't know yet. I bet you're dying to know. Alright guys, so as you can see, land on the right, water down on the left. We have a temporary filter in here, filtering the water to get the rest of this gunk out. It's just a homemade little pop bottle with a strainer and a power head. So that's filtering as we speak. We went and we found a jungle looking background. So we can put that in there. My mom is now searching for fake plants. So we can go ahead and get fake plants in there. Alright guys, so you remember we had Rocky. He was about a 2-foot caiman and he was just very mean. He could not handle him. You try and pick him up, he'd try and bite you. And we were very scared to handle him, or have him around people and handle him. So we had him inside this 1,000-gallon tank here. Now, I sold Rocket. He's no longer here. He found a new home. So we ended up picking up something else.
This kid just can't stay out of our fish tanks.
Just so happens, I threw it in this tub.
Hold up, let me get a light on you. Okay, there you go.
Oh, look at this. It's a little baby dwarf caiman. His name is Rocky. It did come from Rocket's original owner. When he sold us Rocket, he came and went and got Rocky Jr. Now he's a lot smaller. He's a lot more tame. I can reach in there without getting bit. I can pet him. I can also, let other little kids or someone cut him as long as I'm holding my finger on each side of his mouth. He can't turn it and bite. But this whole time we've been setting up this enclosure for little Rocky here.
Way to go, Rocky.
Let's go see how he likes his new home. But yeah, he just crawls around. He doesn't really try and bite. Unless you stick your finger right on the side of his mouth, then he'll just give you a little tap and say, "Get out of here, this is my place." And there he goes.
Here's your phone.
So we still haven't yet cleaned the glass, but this is going to be Rocky's little home here. Yes, I'm going to drain some of this water, and I'm also going to put a rock in the back here so he can bask up on it, and I'm going to have the heat bulb here. So for that, most of you guys who are into gators know they need just more than a white light. So we got a heat lamp. You've got a UVB bulb, and then we're going to have a daytime light for him on here just so he can have white light. So he's got all the little odds and ends that he may need, and now it's easier for me to get in, handle him each day, so when people come by, he's a little bit more used to being handled and tamed. I think that's pretty awesome. Alright guys, so I've been raiding the aquarium supplies. These are usually floating plants that usually have in guppy tanks. They'll float at the top for the babies to hide in. So I put one in each little corner here to give them some greenery in there. And I found this rock outside on the edge of the pool, using that as a basking rock. I'll have his heat light right above it. so he can come up and get on the hot rock and bask. And he's got some land to roam, and he's got water. So he should have a nice little life in here. And I've still got some more plants we're going to go ahead and stick in. This guy right here. And of course, last little finishing touch, plant out the back to try and hide this cord just a tiny bit. And then we're just about ready. The water's getting clear. This filter's been doing its wonders. Getting ready to turn this pump on, drain the water down just a little bit, and then put all the lights on for him. We'll be back here in just a Alright guys, so putting the finishing touches on. Got that plant in the water in that corner. As you can see, the water's clear. We ran into a little bit of trouble. Haven't put this thing together in quite some time. So now we got everything all fixed. You want to go ahead and turn around, Mom? Oh, look at that. So satisfying. Clean out this little track. But there we have it. We've got Rocky Jr.'s tank. He's got his basking rock. He's already taken his throne. We've got the plant covered waterfall. We've got this grass area. I might add a few more rocks in here to raise this up just a tad bit. But I'm going to go ahead and get the screen lid on and get his heat bulb set up. Alright guys, so we are done now. He's got a light, he's got his heat bulb on, he's got his UVB bulb. So he's got his basking rock there starting to dry out already from the heat in there. He's got his little waterfall. He's just chilling in the river right now. He's got some nice plantery in there. And we've got that in that corner. The water's clearing up, but we are done for now. This is the little Cayman cage, Rocky Jr. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a little bit of a fun one. I got to be a kid again and build a little terrarium style setup. So it was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And this ain't really fish related, but
stay fishy, my friends.